Hey guys, my name is Lindsay and I'm going to be talking about the benefits and the challenges of the writing workshop as well as two other things. So I want to start off with the benefits. The first benefit that I saw was from Miss Jump's writing class article, and it talked about how you can start these writing workshops as young as kindergarten and first grade, which even though their writing may not be top tier or they may be working on how to correct their letter forms or encoding words, uh, they can still illustrate and start labeling their images and explaining what that image is portraying. And also, this I believe can benefit them because they're understanding the writing process and what it means, what these writing workshops mean. They also stated in this article that they don't give students topics or prompts or writing prompts. Uh, they feel that if children are given the choice about what they want to write about, then they will be more excited about writing, and I also believe that. And then this is also talked about throughout the other articles that I'll be talking about. Another thing I found beneficial in learning about the writing workshop is that writing with Miss D, there's an image on the third slide that shows a bulletin board, and this image is showing, or on this bulletin board, it's showing the writing process, so all students can see it within the on the in the room, and I feel like, and it shows the steps, what goes in these steps, uh, and I feel like this can be beneficial for students so they can have something to look at and keep their focus on which part of the process they're on, whether they're doing a rough draft, they're editing, getting, or publishing their final product. Uh, I also found a very beneficial point from doing peer feedback or a share time. And then they talk about this in Miss Jump's class article, Miss Writing with Miss D. And I feel like having time for students to share their work and get peer feedback is a very powerful tool. So students can learn to build off of each other and get better from their peers. Uh, Another thing, I had a lot of benefits. I didn't really have a lot of negatives or challenges that I saw personally, but another benefit was that writing workshops are are a very continuous thing. So students aren't finished with their writing; they get to move on to a new topic, and uh, they everybody will be done at the same time. They won't be done at different times. They'll just start a new writing piece and start their process all over again and continue learning through this process. I found that little piece from the writing workshop by Ray and Lamnick. I just wanted to throw that in there. But the next thing was from the Welcome to Writing workshop by Schubitz and Dorfman. And I feel like it's very important to have conferences, whether it be small group or individual conferences with students, to help show them new strategies and help them move on to the next step into becoming a better writer. And I feel like, especially with small groups, this can spread to multiple kids, and they also can bounce off ideas with you, and that can help the other students around them grow. Some of the challenges I saw with the writing workshop, and this came from the writing workshop by Ray and Lamnick, was that making consistent time for these writing workshops. And they state that every day varies and that there are special programs that can interfere with the student's daily schedule. And I feel like that can be very challenging just because every day is not the same, and teachers are constantly having to work with different things that happen throughout the day, whether it be fire drills, assemblies, stuff like that, that it takes students out of the classroom. They have to work around to make time for all the things they have to get in for the day. So I feel like that may be haltered by cutting out time for the writing workshop in a lot of classrooms. Another thing that I found to be a challenge is that not all students ask for these conferences with their teachers. So I feel like these teachers may get caught up in the students who ask for these conferences, that they may not realize that they have not talked to the student. But there are things that can help with making that more of a benefit, less than a challenge. I saw in the Welcome to Writing workshop book that they could use a spreadsheet or something like that to just make sure and keep track of how the student is working with the writing workshop. Looking at how writing workshops can benefit special education students, again, conferencing. Teachers can have the opportunity, I found this in the Welcome to Writing workshop, by the way. Teachers can have the opportunity to do like 5 to 10 minute writing conferences with these students after doing like a little mini lesson with the whole class. Just giving that one-on-one time with the student, and giving them a highly individualized instruction and giving them explicit instruction to help them become a better writer, whether that be a new strategy or something that they may be struggling with, helping or come up with new ways to overcome that struggle. I feel like that, and having that one-on-one time can really help special education students. And then another thing, that was it for special education students. But finally, coming to the implementing this model or the writing workshop with reading instruction, I feel like they go hand in hand. Like if you don't know how to read, you can't really write, or your writing skills aren't strong and your reading skills aren't strong. They just work hand in hand. But I found this in the writing workshop, or Working Through the Hard Parts, by Ray and Lamnick, that reading and writing are different from other content areas because they're things you know, not things you do. I feel like that is very true, because you are whenever you are reading or writing, you are doing that. Like you are reading the book or reading the mentor text, and then as where math, even though it is kind of a do thing, you still get to know and understand how to do the math. So, thanks for joining.